So finally, the last two amendments we're going to talk about are the Ninth and 10th Amendment. These two are probably some of the more straightforward ones, yet still cause some issues because, Constitution. The Ninth Amendment says that even with all the rights listed in the Constitution, the framers may have left out some rights, and that you, as a United States citizen and as someone who lives in the United States, you have rights even if they're not listed in the Constitution. So it's basically held that even if it's not a right that's listed, you still have that right. So even if they didn't take time to list it in the Constitution, you still have the right, whatever those rights may be. The other amendment, the 10th Amendment, it says that all powers not prohibited to and not already delegated to the federal government are reserved to the states. So that basically says that if there is something in the Constitution and it is given to the federal government, the states can't have that power unless it's shared with the federal government. And if it's not listed and it's a power that the states can exercise, that power belongs to the states exclusively. Those are things like education, healthcare, things of that nature that are not expressly prohibited from the states from doing, but they get to do. Now, it has been held that the federal government can work with the states in order to get those things, which is why we have a Department of Education and a Department of Health and Human Services. So, we have covered amendments 1 through 10. We are going to talk about, in our next series of videos, we're going to talk about the rights you have as a U.S. citizen. Well, no, we just talked about the rights you have as a U.S. citizen. What am I talking about? I don't know. I'm just a teacher up here talking into an iPad with no kids in my room on my lunch plan period. So, whatever. What we're going to talk about are your responsibilities as a U.S. citizen. We have all these rights. We have all these protections. We have these things guaranteed to us by the Constitution. What do we do to ensure that, one, our rights stay where they are, and two, we are being responsible, active citizens to keep our democracy going? If you have any questions or any comments or anything you just want to add to this conversation, or you want to have some more conversations about American history, or you have something you want to know more about, follow me. I'm going to be doing a lot of these as we keep moving through U.S. history and early American history in my class. We're also going to be, I'm also willing to have, if you have any questions on any of the other stuff I've asked. I have a couple comments on there that I'm actually working on replies to. I just haven't had time to get to them yet, and I'm going to work on doing those because I want to give you guys answers because some of those are really good questions. So if you've left me a comment and I haven't replied, I am planning on doing it. I promise that. Please like this video, click follow, share it out, let people know what I'm doing. If you have a student, if you have a friend, if you have someone who thinks might find these interesting, or might want to argue with a weird dude who is making videos on a kids app for his class, go right ahead. I'm fun. I'm down. Let's have a great time. You guys have a great weekend. I will see y'all when I get back on this on Monday. Make good choices and don't do drugs.